What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. On October 28th, Jeezy is dropping his latest album, his ninth one overall, titled Trap or Die 3. Anytime that you have a prestigious series such as the Trap or Die one, and then you make it into an album, you're going to have a lot of hype surrounding it. Like, when you look back at Trap or Die, that was the project that really helped Jeezy break out. Trap or Die 2 was good, but I don't think it had that same impact. Nothing is going to have the same impact as Trap or Die, but it did have some good records. Personally, my favorite on there was Camaro. I really like that beat. I still think that song should have been longer. It's way too short. One verse is not enough. But getting into Trap or Die 3, the pre-order just went live on iTunes, and with that comes the track list. And so I wanted to kind of discuss the album, the track listing, some of the features. The first single that's been released off is titled All There. It features Bankroll Fresh. And I really like this record. It feels like an authentic collaboration. It makes me sad that Bankroll isn't here, because I was talking to DJ Folk, who is the A&R of the album, and he was the one that helped put that record together. So it's sad, because he told me that Bankroll was such a big fan of Jeezy, so to be able to collaborate with him would have been a huge milestone in his life. I am glad that Folk was able to put this record together, because it does sound really good. Like I said, it sounds authentic because it's not just a Bankroll verse tacked on. It's like Jeezy and Bankroll going back and forth, and the hook with the verses. It really comes off as a collaboration that they made together in the studio, and I think that's why I really like it. Aside from Bankroll, you have artists who have worked with Jeezy a lot in the past. You got the Lil Wayne feature on Bout That, which I'm certain is going to be good, because when you look at the history between Jeezy and Wayne, they've always had really good collaborations together, and I think Wayne has kind of been on a roll lately. I know I probably say that in a lot of videos. If you watch all of my videos, you probably heard me say that. From DJ Drama's Quality Street Music 2 intro up until now, like, Wayne hasn't had a bad verse. He's really been getting personal. He's sounding a little bit like his old self. Like, he's inspired is the right word I would use for the situation. So I have some pretty high hopes for that record. Elsewhere, he has French Montana on Going Crazy. He has Yo Gotti on Where It At. And then he has Plies on a record that might be titled Sexé. It's Sexe. So I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. I'm sorry, but it features Plies, and right off the bat, I would say this might be the most disappointing collaboration, because I don't like Plies. But then you also got to look at Lose My Mind. That was a big record for Jeezy, and Plies killed it too. I have to give him props there. So maybe they can duplicate that kind of success. I don't know exactly what they're going to be talking about on the song. I mean, the title could be an indicator, but then again, you don't know like what angle they're going to tackle it at. The song on here that could be a single features Chris Brown. It's titled Pretty Diamonds. What I've noticed about Jeezy in the last few years is that he hasn't needed a radio single. There was a time where he was struggling to get a release date for TM103. He tried to put out a radio single here and there, and everything was failing, so the album took a long time to come out. But with Church in These Streets and this upcoming Trap or Die 3, he hasn't been focused on radio. You had the record Magic City Monday over the summer, which I'm surprised is not on the track listing. When you think about it, you don't just put out a single and shoot a video for it and then leave it off the track list. And I would have expected it to at least be a bonus record. And it was a really good record. I don't feel like it really went too far, but it was a good record nonetheless. And it seems like they put a lot of time and attention to it, so you'd want that to be on the album. But going back to the whole radio thing, I think people at Def Jam realize that Jeezy is not someone who needs to chase radio. He's going to sell just off his name recognition alone. And probably even more with Trap or Die 3, just because of the brand recognition that comes with that. So the hype for Trap or Die 3 is going to be through the roof, in my opinion. But I think he's going to be able to deliver. Another thing that I wanted to talk about real brief is, like, he's on his 9th album, and this is all through Def Jam. So I'm wondering how much longer he has on his contract. I'm sure at some point he probably renegotiated, But I am wondering if he's going to remain at Def Jam for the rest of his career, if he has plans to leave. Jeezy's someone who never came off as unhappy in like the media. He's never had to really bash Def Jam. It feels like they've always given him, for the most part, what he needed. So I just wanted to highlight that, talk about that, because it crossed my mind. Trap or Die 3 is out October 28th. I'll definitely be reviewing it, so you can keep it locked and subscribe to see that. Let me know what you think about the track listing. I'll include it in the description section. And then like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share the video. Follow me on Twitter at Sermons Domain. And as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching. And until next time, peace.